The length of this racetrack, just a tick over a half mile. The banking 13 degrees, the front stretch 825 feet, little bit of a D shape, and the back stretch straight as an arrow, 800 feet here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. We're getting set to go to green. Jeff Gordon on the front row. Tommy Houston flanks him. Gordon has already won 2 races this year. He won both of those events from the pole position. We'll see if history repeats itself this afternoon. Pace car is off the racetrack. We're getting set for green in the Carolina Pride Budweiser 250. Green flags out. A good jump by Jeff Gordon. And following in behind him, it's Jimmy Spencer as the pack now heads for the first time out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Gordon, if he leads to the start-finish line this time, will have led 8 of the 14 or 15 races rather so far this season. He's led more laps than anybody else. He stays right out front.
You know, Tommy Ellis was on the starting line, and he was pushed behind the wall. He's lost the motor, so he did not start the race.
Tough break for Tommy Ellis. This was only his 4th start of the 1992 campaign. As Jeff Gordon starts to creep away just a bit from second place man Jimmy Spencer. He's in car number 20, car 6 there. That is Tommy Houston. Jeff Gordon, the 20-year-old out of Pittsboro, Indiana, set the racing world on its ear this year. Robert Presley, the hottest man in Busch Grand National Series racing, now battling with Bobby Labonte in car 44. Saw a little something come flying off one of those cars. Presley now clearly the advantage over Bobby Labonte. Away, but a lot of damage to the Jerry Glanville car. Glanville making his 2nd start in Busch Grand National Series racing. Let's take a look at a replay.
Okay, that's Lassiter. He's behind the real action there. Glanville got clipped.
Mike Porter, it looked, got spun a little bit, and Jason Keller caught him. And then here's Jerry Glanville looking for an escape route.
Uh-oh, look where he...
Ouch. Wrong route.
Flat tracks, you don't go to the top side. You know, on a bank track, you go to the top because it'll clean itself, but on a flat track, that's where everything goes, is up against the wall.
Jerry Glanville just learned that lesson very well. There's a look at the coach of the Atlanta Falcons. So after our first caution flag, we've got a moment, so we'll take a break in the action here from the Myrtle Beach Speedway. 99 up to Todd Bodine. Craven's had a tough year so far. He has only 2 top 10 finishes. Jeff Gordon, the leader. He's led it from start to finish. As we head to commercial, we asked Jeff Gordon if his team still is as determined as it was before he announced he was leaving at the end of 1992.
It has settled down where really everybody's talking, everybody's getting along as much as you can possibly get along in this type of situation, but we're going to still go out and do our job. I'm going to go out and do my job, and we're going to be a team, and that's the only way we're going to win races or this championship is to be a team, and that's what we're working on trying to do right now.
So this feels about any chance he's got today.
Jeff Gordon, as he has been all afternoon, out front. A new challenger, though, Steve Grissom out of Gadsden, Alabama. Grissom looking for his first win of 1992 at Roddenberry's Oldsmobile. It's been some 25 races since he last won back at South Boston last year. Gordon now with about a 4-car length advantage.
Well, I'm glad to see him get up there and start racing with the 1 car, because I was thinking there was going to be a runaway, but Grissom seems to be right up to the measure here.
Jimmy Spencer back up to speed. You see him to the inside of Todd Bodine. Robert Presley just behind Jimmy Spencer. So Spencer back out onto the track and back running in high gear. Gets a little high, and look at Robert Presley.
I tell you, this guy, he's like a magnet. He goes through places you can't really see that he can make it through.
So Presley moves up 1 more by passing Todd Bodine. He'd like to get ahead of Jimmy Spencer. Of course, Spencer now laps down.
Breaking the weather pretty soon here. I think we'll get right back to it.
That's Jeff Gordon, the youngster from Pittsboro, Indiana. He's been out front from the pole right from the very start. Ben Jarrett standing by with his car owner.
Bill, obviously things look like they're going pretty well for Jeff. What's he saying about the car?
The car's fine. It's a little bit tight on a restart, but within about 10 laps, it comes back to him, and he's real happy with it. I don't know what the rain will do. We were really having fun. We liked the way it was going there, but I think we'll be okay.
Well, we had noticed that Steve Grissom had been able to close a little. Was Jeff trying to tone things down a little, taking it easy?
Try and stay ahead of Steve. Boy, he's charges every lap, you know. He's one of the hardest chargers in our garage. We'd like to stay ahead of him if we can, but we don't want to run our stuff too hard.
All right, one thing that is awfully tough, especially on a young driver, is when that car feels so good and you guys are saying, hey, take it easy, you know, be consistent. It's hard to slow that thing down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's real hard for Jeff Gordon. He wants to go wide open, but he's learning patience, doing a lot better job in that respect.
Okay, these guys are patiently awaiting the stop of this rain so they can get back out and win this race.
Let's take a look now at our Napa update. After 62 of the 250 laps that make up the Carolina Pride, Budweiser 250. Steve Grissom, Robert Presley.
Bobby Labonte stayed out. That surprises me. I thought maybe he needs to lead that lap for points, and then he'll come in.
Jeff Gordon coming on pit road. Tom Peck there as well. He was running in the top 10. Ward Burton slides into his pit. Here's the Baby Ruth team coming in. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett.
Well, Mark, he has brought the car in, had a little trouble getting around the 27 car. They have called for a 4-tire change. They're also making a chassis adjustment on the right rear wedge bolt. Looked like he took a couple of rounds out. And they only changed 2 tires. That's kind of surprising. They had called for 4, but he only changed the right side tires. Possibility he might come back in. We're just going to have to wait and see. We'll get a word with Bill Davis just as quick as they get the pit clear here.
So Jeff Gordon rejoining the field. Robert Presley now coming back into the action. We'll have more from Myrtle Beach Speedway in just a moment as the Carolina. Just a quick stop for some loose lug nuts, it looked like. Let's go down to Glenn Jarrett.
Well, that's exactly right, Mark. The concern of the crew here right now is when Jimmy Spencer got his lap back, he hit Jeff in the rear pretty hard, and he really caved the rear bumper in. They're afraid that he might have done some frame damage. Jeff is reporting a vibration on the car. They really haven't had a chance to look at it yet. The cars go around here so fast under caution, they can only change 2 tires at a time, so they haven't had time to look for the problem. They've been concerned with changing tires. I'm going to get a word with Bill Davis just to find out exactly what is going on.
Jeff Gordon, you can see him sort of getting the feel for that race car. We're getting set to go back to green flag action after our 8th yellow flag of the day. A new leader, Bobby Labonte, in the Slim Spencer. Labonte and bound.
Come on, Spencer.
They're dicing back to the yellow flag.
Oh, my goodness. We got a little slamming going on.
Chuck Bound, after Bobby Labonte and Jimmy Spencer banged together, he actually led the cars across the stripe. Looks like he's back in the lead for the 3rd time today. There's the Team R Racing Bobby Dotter machine. Here's Dotter right behind car 36. That's Kenny Wallace. To his inside,
Jeff
car
Gordon
1.
right under him. They touched there. Okay, he spun him right around. That's a shame. He runs so well today.
Slapped the wall pretty hard there in turn 1 on the driver's side. Bobby Dotter, though, okay. Here's a look at it from a different angle.
Jeff
in the middle,
Gordon's
Jeff
under
Gordon.
him there. He turns him right there. He didn't mean to do it. It's just one of those things. In the NEMA check, they get straightened up. That looks like an easy bump. That's a pretty serious hit anytime you hit on that.